Okay, right. So formal start this period campaigns, we will request member ng Libak Secretariat to lead the prayer.
Honor is in the spiritual. Loving Heavenly Father, we come to you this hour asking for your blessings and help as we are gathered together. We pray for your guidance in the matters of hand and ask that you would clearly show us how to conduct our work with a spirit of joy and enthusiasm. Help us to work together and guide us in our discussions. Enlighten our minds in the decisions that we make. Bless our plans, programs, and projects so that we may achieve our objectives for your greater glory. All this we ask in Jesus' name, amen. The Father, Son, and Spirit.
Good morning. To formally proceed to the private conference, we will request the head of the Libak Secretariat to check the attendance to this private conference.
Before here, for our attendance, Engineer Judy Celera, Back Chairman present. Engineer Toro Siapora, regular member present. Engineer Dean O. Peloria, provisional member for all types of procurement present. Engineer Maria Daisy Imadiha, Engineer for Construction Section present. For Back Secretariat, Engineer Marlon Division present. Engineer Wilfredo G. Aligre present. For our EWG, Engineer Romero Yapol present. For our programmers, Engineer Tupilo Tavera, Architect Manny Tierrero, and Engineer Ronifer Tanglao, all from Planning and Design section. For our contractor, we have Marvin B. Fernandez from Max Builder Construction. For back members, 4 members are present, sir.
Thank you, Marlon. For the report, we are in quorum and we will proceed with our private conference. The Department of Public Works and Highways in Samar District Engineering Office, Barangay Alang Borongan-Guiuan, in Samar, is now holding a private conference on the following projects at the office conference hall. This private conference, which is open to all interested bidders, is conducted in order to discuss and clarify matters pertaining to the procurement of these projects. For this morning, we will discuss relieving infra projects. Contract ID 25IB0119, Contract ID 25IB0123, Contract ID 25IB0147, Contract ID 25IB0148, Contract ID 25IB0149, Contract ID 25IB0150, Contract ID 25IB0151, Contract ID 25IB0157, Contract ID 25IB0158, Contract ID 25IB0159, and Contract ID 25IB0160. Programmers, please discuss the details of these contracts. And let's start at Contract ID 25IB0119. Construction of multipurpose building Borongan-Guiuan, Samar.
Good morning, everyone. For project construction of multi-purpose building located at Barangay-Guiuan, Stern Samar, with description of construction of multi-purpose building and other scope of works indicated herein as budgeted. Note, outside painting is not included. Operation for the project is 5 million pesos only. And project duration is 111 calendar days. For scope of work, Permits and clearances, 1 lump sum. Project bill work, 1 each. Occupational safety and health, 1 lump sum. Mobilization or demobilization, 1 lump sum. Geotechnical investigation, 30 linear meters. For earthworks, removal of structures and obstruction, 1 lump sum. Structure excavation, 51.31 cubic meter. Embankment excavation, common soil, 44.52 cubic meter. Embankment from barrow, 13.17 cubic meter. Gravel fill, 5.98 cubic meter. For plain and reinforced concrete work, structural concrete, class A, 20 days, 72.55 cubic meter. Plain concrete, manual mixing, 4.87 cubic meter. Reinforcing steel deform, grade 40, 4,552.05 kilograms. Grade 60, 6,947.56 kilograms. Formworks and poles work, 332.08 square meter. For masonry works, we have CHB, including reinforcing steel, 100 mm thick, 52.99 square meter. CHB, 150 mm thick, 168.8 square meter. Fabricated materials, finishing hardware, 1 lump sum. Windows, sliding type, 17.28 square meter. For windows, owning type, aluminum, 2.4 square meter. Aluminum glass window, fixed type, 1.44 square meter. Frames, 1 set. Doors, wood panel, 8.82 square meter. Finishing works, we have ceiling in 6 mm marine plywood on wood frame, 112 square meter. Waterproofing, cement base, 21.48 square meter. Glazed tiles and trims, 33.72 square meter. Unglazed tiles, 116.4 square meter. Cement plaster finish, 408.22 square meter. Railing, 1 lump sum. Painting works, we have painting works on masonry or concrete, 180 square meter. Painting works on wood, 112 square meter. For roof framing and roofing works, we have fabricated metal roofing accessory, flashing, gauge 26, 23.2 meters. Pre-painted metal sheets, long span, corrugated type, 60 square meter. For structural steel trusses, 1,042.51 kilograms. Structural steel purlins, 422.24 kilograms. Metal structural accessories, steel plates, 113.04 kilograms. Sagrads, 9.32 kilograms. Plumbing and sanitary works, catch basin on CHB, 3 each. Sewer line works, 1 lump sum. Storm drainage and downspout, 1 lump sum. Plumbing fixtures, 1 lump sum. Cold water lines, 1 lump sum. Septic bolt on concrete or CHB, 1 lump sum. For electrical works, we have fittings and accessories, 1 lump sum. Wires and wiring devices, 1 lump sum. Panel board with main and branch breakers, 1 lump sum. And last is lighting fixtures, 1 lump sum. For the minimum equipment requirements, one plate compactor, 1 bagger mixer, 1 bar binder, 1 bar cutter, and 1 welding machine. That's all for 25YB0119.
Thank you. Any remarks? Contract ID 25 IP 0119, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Guiuan, Guiuan, Samar.
Sir, we have a link about the location of the project. Guiuan. There is no such place as Guiuan, as Barangay Guiuan.
In panahon ini for modification, in panahon regional office, nagsimuli pwede. Nagkaroon advice ako, advice i-Paribert. I-inform ko nila ang proponent ang Friday. Pati ang ISO 90 million na program. Install ko nila ang proponent. Hindi work on your responses na nila. Pero ito nga, yung domain na in-inform ko yan. Proponent. Maraming mo na po. I-revert na lang ito.
Ayaw, kita pag-bidding po i-refer.
Until such time,
Tapos ko sa line. Until pa rin sa di ko nila pipay. Ano ba na sila?
Waray ko ba maliwan? Ito po yung project. Ilang lang specific.
May nga resolution sa pitan ng regional office. Kasi nabayit ang guidelines. Location, iba kasi ang location. Okay ito na communication kung kuha niya ining tanggal, pero may ibubutan ko plus malagi yung man naman, man naman kita. Magiging ghost naman niya. Ang nilan kung link na we modify ang guidelines, constitution limit within the rule 6 yun, pwede nyo ma-modify. Pero pag change location, pero pwede. O typo error, pwede. Kaya so, ito na mo Dolores, ang mo barangay nga naging reperta. Di pwede. Kung within barangay, di magbabago ito yung title, okay. Pero sa ito, hindi nyo magbabago ito yung hindi nyo magbabago ito yung title. Pero within the barangay na. Alright, i-revert. Ipadala, kaya ba yung mo yung rin pagi, itong proponent, itong mabakwit ko, itong saro, tapos paglaan.
Okay, so
Tingnan po, bakit yung dapat po? May deliver, just ano na yan, so info ko ba dito? Label to website, may dapat yung wow. Parang kasi yung kuray na dapat pagkabida. Nag-register, deliver sila. Deliver, kuray sila dapat dapat. No, yung service dito, ito. Hindi mo kayo yung dapat.
bisan pa kung ano mo aggregates pa nga deliver, yung mga itang imo mga tools, mga equipment, yung mga bulti, ano nga tinagpapargahan. Ganitong tamta, pinaka-basic method na movement side. So, ikuha na lang ito So make a correction on this. So, and okay, so while there is an correction on the problem on the title and location of this project, so whenever this will not be corrected until the scheduled bid opening, this will be postponed. Okay. Is there any remarks for contract ID 25 IB 0119?
Hindi yan mo postpone. Agad yung mo postpone. Diba 21 days na lang ito, postpone. Parang 7 days na ang panlaan.
Ikulit yan.
Di ulit yan. Ang parang, ang ito, supplemental. Ay. I-equipment man ako, nakukorek sila man lang. Equipment man lang rin ako. Alin, bigyan ka. Ako sila niya. Oo. Or pala yung wala na BLDG.
Okay, so if there's no other remarks for contract ID, let's proceed to the next contract. Contract ID 25 IB 0123, construction of water supply system, Barangay San Gregorio, Borongan City, Eastern Samar.
For next project, project title Construction of Water Supply System located at Barangay San Gregorio, Borongan City, Eastern Samar, with project description of construction of water supply system level 2, including concrete reservoir with 200 mm thick wall and non-toxic waterproofing and water pumps. 18 kilowatt hybrid inverter with 36 units of 575 watts, solar panels with 51.2 volts, 230 each battery, and 1,851 linear meter of 2 inches diameter and 300 linear meter, 1 inch diameter HDPE pipes, and 10 units communal water faucets and other scope of works indicated herein. Project of operation is 5 million pesos only, and source of fund is the 2025. And total project duration is 123 calendar days. And for the scope of works, we have permits and clearances, 1 each. Project billboard, 1 each. Occupational safety and health, 1 lump sum. Mobilization or demobilization, 1 lump sum. Removal of structures and obstruction, 1 lump sum. Structural excavation, common soil, 9.5 cubic meter. Embankment from structural excavation, 6.14 cubic meter. Embankment from barrow, 9.05 cubic meter. Gravel fill, 2.9 cubic meter. Structural concrete, 22.88 cubic meter. Reinforcing steel deformed with 40, 750.71 kilograms. For grade 60, 2,383.64 kilograms. Formworks and force works, 54.53 square meter. Masonry works, we have CSB load bearing, 150 mm thick, 96.53 square meter. For roof framing and roofing works, fascia board, 19 mm thick, fiber cement board, 35.5 meters. Fabricated metal roofing accessory, flashing, 24.2 meters. Pre-painted metal sheets, long span, corrugated type, 69.8 square meter. Metal structural accessories, bolts and rods, 28 each. And structural steel trusses, 300 99.03 kilograms. Structural steel purlins, 387.15 kilograms. For electrical works, fittings and accessories, 1 lump sum. Wires and wiring devices, 1 lump sum. Panel board, Widening and new branch breakers, 1 lump sum. Solar panel with inverter, battery and other devices, 1 lump sum. Lighting fixtures and lamps, 1 lump sum. Reinforced concrete pedestal, 1 lump sum. And water pumping system, 1 lump sum. It's all for 25 by the 0123. 123.
May the remarks for contract ID 25IB0123 construction of water supply system, Barangay San Gregorio, Borongan City, Eastern Samar. Since there's none, let's proceed to the next contract. Contract ID 25IB0147 construction of road, Barangay 1, Masliw, Eastern Samar. Contract ID 25IB0147 construction of road, Barangay 1, Masliw, Eastern Samar. One for city. Project title, construction completing of road, Barangay 1, Masliw, Eastern Samar. Station 0+00 to 0+108. With a contract ID number of 25IB10147. The scope of work are the following. PCCP 100 meter with a weight of 6.10 with a thickness of 0.23. Shouldering of 1.5 meter both sides. The scope of works B 5 project B.5 project billboard and signboard. 2 B5 project billboard and signboard. 1 B.7 to occupational safety and health program. 1 lump sum. B.8 to traffic management. 1 lump sum. B.9 mobilization and demobilization. 1 lump sum. 1001 clearing and gravity. 0.11 hectares. 103 E1 individual removal of trees, 150 to 300 millimeter diameter small. 10 1 unsuitable excavation, 851.6 cubic meter. 1035 5 culverts and green excavation soil, common soil, 203.5 cubic meter. 10428 embankment from Baro, common soil, 300.53 cubic meter. 1051A subgrade preparation, common material, 982.8 square meter. Item 201, aggregate surface force, 261.36 cubic meter. 3111C1, Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced, 0.23 take 14 days. 658.8 square meter. 5000183, 5 culverts, 910 millimeter diameter, Class A RCPC, 10 meter. 503 B1, line canal rectangle of concrete, 188 linear meter. 5261, stone masonry, 31.69 cubic meter. 6113, seeding sampling for other program initiative, 1,000. That's all the scope of work. And remarks for contract ID 25, IB01 for civil construction of Barangay 1 Maslog in Samar. Since there's none, let's proceed to the next contract. Contract ID 25, IB0148, construction of multi-purpose building, evacuation center, Barangay Guiuan, Ras, Samar. MPB, Guiuan.
For project construction of multi-purpose building, evacuation center located at Barangay-Guiuan, Procurement, Samar, with project description of construction of multi-purpose building and the other scope of works indicated herein, with project appropriation of 5 million pesos only, and source of fund is the FY 2025. And total project duration is 153 calendar days. For scope of works, permits and clearances, 1 lump sum. Project billboard, 1 each. Occupational safety and health, 1 lump sum. Mobilization or demobilization, 1 lump sum. Geotechnical investigation, 30 linear meters. For earthworks, removal of structures and obstruction, 1 lump sum. Structure excavation, 59.57 cubic meters. Embankment, from structure excavation, common soil, 59.58 cubic meter. Embankment from Faro, common soil, 5.84 cubic meter. Gravel fill, 9.95 cubic meter. For plain and reinforced concrete work, structural concrete, 28 days, 38.23 cubic meter. Plain concrete, manual mixing, 6.83 cubic meter. Reinforcing steel, grade 40, 3,654.52 kilograms. For grade 60, 4,665.65 kilograms. For works and false works, 245.18 square meter. For masonry works, CHB, load bearing, including reinforcing steel, for 190, 42.87 square meter. And CHB, 150 mm thick, 147.10 square meter. Fabricated materials, we have finishing hardware, 1 lump sum. Aluminum frame, glass door, swing type, 10.5 square meter. Aluminum glass window, sliding type, 24.3 square meter. Aluminum glass window, owning type, 0.9 square meter. Frames, frames, jump cells, heads, transoms and mullions, 1 set. Doors, dash, 2.52 square meter. Door, wood panel, 1.89 square meter. For finishing works, ceiling on 4.5 fiber cement board on metal frame, 104 square meter. Glazed tiles and trims, 35.52 square meter. Unglazed tiles, 90 square meter. Cement cluster finish, 380.48 square meter. Railing, one lump sum. For painting works on masonry or concrete, 508.7 square meter. Painting works is still 8.47 square meter. For roof framing and roofing works, fascia board, 9 meters. Fabricated metal roofing, accessory flashing, 22.62 meters. For gutter, 9 meters. For pre-painted metal sheet, long span, corrugated, 69 square meter. Structural steel, 4 lanes, 400 structural steel trusses, 840.14 kilograms. Structural steel 4 lanes, 448.49 kilograms. Torn buckle, 4 each. Cross bracing, 28.08 kilograms. Steel plates, 103.86 kilograms. Stud rods, 20.73 kilogram. Plumbing or sanitary works, touch basin, 2 each. Sewer line works, 1 lump sum. Storm drainage and downspout, 1 lump sum. Plumbing fixtures, 1 lump sum. Cold water lines, 1 lump sum. Septic bolt, 1 lump sum. For electrical works, you have fittings and accessories, 1 lump sum. Wires and wiring devices, 1 lump sum. Panel board with main and branch breakers, 1 lump sum. Lighting fixtures, 1 lump sum. Ventilating equipment, 1 lump sum. For solar LED light, you have concrete class A, 3 cubic meter. Reinforced steel with 60, 3 kilograms. Reinforced steel with 40, 3 kilograms. And last is single arm solar LED roadway lighting, 8 meter pole, 60 watts to 80, 3 each. It's all for 25 IB 0148.
In remarks for contract ID 25-148, construction of multi-purpose building, evacuation center, Barangay-Guiuan, or assistance. There being no remarks, let's proceed to the next contract. Contract ID 25-149, construction of drainage structure para Barangay A, Borongan City, Eastern Samar.
Good morning for contract ID 25IB0149 with the project title Construction of Drainage Structure located at Barangay E, Borongan City, Eastern Samar with an appropriation of 5 million pesos and total project duration of 81 calendar days. The scope of works is construction of concrete line canal with cover, total length of 550 linear meters, and dimensions of 1 by 0.8 with another scope of works indicated. For the itemized breakdown, under other general requirements, we have item B.5 project billboard or signboard for DPWH, 2 each. Item B.5 project billboard, signboard, COA, 1 each. Item B.7 2 occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum. Item B.8 2 traffic management, 1 lump sum. And item B.9 mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. For earthworks, we have item 1011 removal of structures and obstruction, 1 lump sum. And item 1013D2 removal of actual structures or obstruction, 0.2 meter thick PCCP unreinforced, 41.31 square meters. And item 1031A structure excavation common soil, 1013.04 cubic meters. For drainage and slope protection structures, we have item 503B1 line canal rectangular concrete, 550 linear meters. For minimum equipment requirement, we have 1 unit cargo or service truck, 1 unit backhoe, 1 unit dump truck, 1 unit bar cutter, 1 unit bar bender, 1 unit 1 bagger mixer, 1 unit concrete vibrator, and 1 unit plate compactor.
In remarks for contract ID 25 IBC 149, construction of drainage structure, Barangay A, Borongan City, State Samar. Since there's none, let's proceed to the next contract. Contract ID 25 IBC 150, construction of road, Barangay Burak to Barangay Magtino during the Eastern Samar.
With project title of construction of road Barangay Burak to Barangay Magtino, Ilurin State Samar. Station 0 plus 00 to 0 plus 7 to with a contract ID number of 25 IB 0150. With the scope of work of 1.40 complete land. And then, ito po. The talent of 722 meters. With a length of 722 meters, width of 620 and thickness of 0.23, with a shouldering of 150 foot sides and a 1 barrel RCBC with head wall and 2 barrel RCPC with head wall with a project duration of 129 calendar days. The item of work are following. B.5 project billboard and signboard 2H. B.5 project billboard and signboard 1H. B.7 to occupational safety and health program 1 lump sum. B.8 to traffic management 1 lump sum. B.9 mobilization and demobilization 1 lump sum. (1001) clearing and grabbing 0.87 hectares. 1001 E1 individual removal of trees 150 to 300 millimeter diameter small 200 H 103 E2 individual removal of trees 301 to 500 millimeter diameter small 20 H. Unsuitable excavation 2,147.12 cubic meter. 103.6 8 5 culverts and drain excavation common soil 234.60 cubic meter. 2001 aggregate discourse 1,747.24 cubic meter. Item number 3118 C1 Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced 0.20 thick 14 days 2,671.8 square meter. 5001 E-Trade 5 culvert 910 millimeter diameter class 2 RCPC 33 meters 503 B1 line canal rectangular concrete 140 linear meter 5061 stone masonry 678.7 cubic meter. It's all the item of work.
Any remarks for contract ID 25ID0150, construction of road Barangay Burak to Barangay Magpino, Llorente, Esquil, Samar.
Sige toto.
Oh,
August kung kayo.
oh,
Yung sipin mo, square meters, yung mga po.
kuan it. Ang stationhan kuan base course anak na kuan asset toto pero ang kuan ano yun ang concrete kung ano it after nitong nga area tagtablet diba.
Okay. Any other remarks for contract ID 25ID0150? Since there's none, let's proceed to the next contract. Contract ID 25ID0151, road widening, secondary roads, junction, Villavista, Lawaan, Marabon Road. Please, paki-open your microphone after speaking, Kenneth. Okay, thank you. Road widening, secondary roads, junction, Villavista, Lawaan, Marabon Road. Kilometer 0952 plus negative 282, kilometer 0953 plus 366.
For contract ID 25IB0151, project title Road Widening Secondary Roads located at Junction Binavista, Lawaan, Marabot Road. Section ID is S00147SM with station limits at kilometer 952 plus negative 828 to kilometer 953 plus 366. Appropriation is 100 million pesos. Scope of works, road widening from 2-lane to 4-lane road with a total length of 4.4 lane kilometers, width of 3.35 meters, and thickness of 280 millimeters. And other scope of works indicated therein such as slope protection, pavement markings, line canal, and road safety devices. Total project duration is 238 calendar days. For itemized breakdown of this project, we have other general requirements. Item B.5 project billboard signboard for DPWH, 2 each. Item B.5 project billboard or signboard for COA, 1 each. Item B.72 occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum. Item B.82 traffic management, 1 lump sum. Item B.9 mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. For earthworks, we have item 103A1 individual removal of trees, 150 to 300 mm diameter, small, 202 each. Item 1011 removal of structures and obstruction, 1 lump sum. Item 1016 removal of structures and obstruction concrete, 291.95 cubic meters. Item 1018 removal of existing guardrails, 2,168 linear meters. Item 1019 removal of existing guardrail posts, 570 each. Item 10110 removal of existing road signs, 90 each. Item 1036A 5 culverts and drain excavation, common soil, 600 cubic meters. Item 1041A embankment from roadway or structure excavation, common soil, 9,515.95 cubic meters. Item 1042A Embankment from Barrow Common Soil, 2,934.6 cubic meters. And item 1051A, subgrade preparation common material, 14,740 square meters. For sub-base and base course, we have item 201, aggregate sub-base course, 2,948 cubic meters. For surface courses, we have item 311, 1E1, Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 0.28 meter thick, 14 days, 14,740 square meters. Part F, bridge construction, particularly extension of our RCBC and RCBC. Item 4041B, reinforcing steel grade 60, 734.64 kilograms. And item 4071, concrete Class A, 41.22 cubic meters. For drainage and slope protection structures, item 501A3, 5 culverts, 910 millimeter diameter, Class 2 RCPC, 150 meters. Item 503B1, line canal rectangular concrete, 2,150 linear meters. And item 510-2, concrete slope protection, 747.34 cubic meters. For miscellaneous structures, we have item 611.3, seedlings, saplings, or other programs or initiatives, 20,200 each. Item 6121, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, white, 1,870 square meters. And item 6122, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, yellow, 202.5 square meters. For minimum equipment requirement, we have 1 unit loaded trailer, 1 unit cargo or service truck, 2 units dump truck, 2 units payloader, 1 unit water truck or pump, 3 units transit mixer, 2 units backhoe, 2 units vibratory roller, 2 units motorized road grader, 1 unit concrete spreader, 1 unit concrete vibrator, 1 unit concrete saw, 1 unit bar cutter, 1 unit bar bender, 1 unit mechanized joint sealer equipment or machine, 1 unit 1 bagger mixer, 1 unit 8 compactor, 1 unit applicator machine, and 1 unit bleeding machine.
In the remarks for contract ID 225-IBC-151, road widening, secondary roads junction, Bella Vista, Lawaan, Maramot Road. Kilometer 09 type 2 plus negative ito, kilometer 09 type 3 plus 366.
May nagsabi dito kuan sa Barangay dito may dila mga. Yes, sir.
Any more remarks for contract ID 25-IBC-151? Since there's no more remarks, let's proceed to the next contract. Contract ID 25-IBC-157, construction of multipurpose building, Tabunan Elementary School, Barangay-Tabunan, Borongan City, Eastern Samar.
For project construction of multi-purpose building, covered court, located at Tabunan Elementary School, Barangay-Tabunan, Borongan City, Eastern Samar. With project description of construction of multi-purpose building, 15 meters by 27 meters covered court, and other scope of work indicated here. 25 is 122 calendar days. For short, permits and clearances, 1 lump sum. Project billboard, 1 each. Occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum. Mobilization, 1 lump sum. Earthworks, structure excavation, common soil, 69.3 cubic meter. Embankment from structure excavation, 54.15 cubic meter. Gravel field, 49.81 cubic meter. Plain and reinforced concrete work, structural concrete, 28 days, 90.47 cubic meter. Reinforcing steel deformed grade 40, 3,052.62 kilograms. For grade 60, 5,862.37 kilograms. Formworks and false works, 244.98 square meter. For painting works on masonry or concrete, 176.35 square meter. For roof framing and roofing works, fascia board, 94 meters. Fabricated middle roofing accessory, ridge roll, 30 meters. For flashing, 40 meters. Pre-painted metal sheets, long span, corrugated type, 570 square meter. For structural steel, process, 8,059.26 kilograms. For lins, 4,239 kilograms. Turnbuckles, 24 each. Cross bracing, 359.78 kilograms. Steel plates, 1,168.31 kilograms. And for bolts and nuts, 72.47 kilograms. Sag rods, 359.75 kilograms. For electrical works, fittings and accessories, 1 lump sum. Wires and wiring devices, 1 lump sum. Panel board with main and branch breakers, 1 lump sum. Lighting fixtures and lamps, 1 lump sum. Sold for 25 IB 0157.
Remarks for contract ID 25IB015 CBN construction of multipurpose building, Tabunan Elementary School, Barangay-Tabunan, Borongan City, Eastern. Since there's none, let's proceed to the next contract. Contract ID 25IB0158. Road widening, secondary roads, Borongan-Guiuan Road, kilometers 1019 plus 00 to kilometer 1020 plus 25. Kilometer 1022 plus 000 to kilometer 1022 plus 197.
For contract ID 25 ID 0158 with project title Road Widening or Secondary Roads located at Borongan-Guiuan Road with section ID of S00171SM. Station limits kilometer 1019 plus 000 to kilometer 1020 plus 845 and kilometer 1022 plus 000 to kilometer 1022 plus 297. Appropriation fund is 100 billion pesos. Scope of works, road widening from 2-lane to 4-lane road with a total length of 4.4 lane kilometer, width of 3.35 meters and thickness of 280 millimeter. And other scope of works indicated such as slope protection, pavement markings, line canal, and road safety devices. Total project duration is 238 calendar days. Itemized breakdown for this project under other general requirements, we have item B.5, project billboard or signboard for the DPWH, 2 each. Item B.5, project billboard or signboard for COA, 1 each. Item B.7, 2, occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum. Item B.8, 2, traffic management, 1 lump sum. And item B.9, mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. For earthworks, we have item 103A1, individual removal of trees, 150 to 300 millimeter diameter, small, 200 each. Item 1011, removal of structures and obstruction, 1 lump sum. Item 1013B2, removal of actual structures or obstruction, 0.2 meter thick PCCP unreinforced, 8,800 square meters. Item 1016, removal of structures and obstruction, concrete, 76.44 cubic meters. Item 1018, removal of existing guardrails, 861 linear meters. Item 1019, removal of existing guardrail posts, 279 each. Item 10110, removal of existing road signs, 46 each. Item 104-1A, embankment from roadway or structure excavation, common soil, 6,388.62 cubic meters. Item 104-2A, embankment from barrow, common soil, 6,311.55 cubic meters. And item 105-1A, subgrade preparation, common material, 23,540 square meters. For sub-base and base course, we have item 201, aggregate sub-base course, 4,708 cubic meters. For surface courses, we have item 311, 1B1, Portland cement, concrete pavement, unreinforced, 0.2 thick, 14 days, 1,298 square meters. And item 311, 1E1, Portland cement, concrete pavement, unreinforced, 0.28 meter thick, 14 days, 14,740 square meters. For drainage and slope protection structures, we have item 503A, line canal rectangular reinforced concrete 691 linear meters, and item 510-2, concrete slope protection 718.41 cubic meters. For miscellaneous structures, we have item 611-3, seedlings or saplings for other programs or initiatives, 20,000 each. Item 612-1, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, white, 1,870 square meters. And item 612-2, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings, yellow, 199.05 square meters. For minimum equipment requirement, we have 1 unit low bed trailer, 1 unit cargo or service truck, 2 units dump truck, 2 units payloader, 1 unit water truck or pump, 3 units transit mixer, 2 units backhoe, 2 units vibratory roller, 2 units motorized road grader, 1 unit concrete spreader, 1 unit concrete vibrator, 1 unit concrete saw, 1 unit bar cutter, 1 unit bar bender, 1 unit mechanized joint sealer equipment or machine, 1 unit one bagger mixer, 1 unit plate compactor, 1 unit applicator machine, and 1 unit kneading machine.
Any remarks for contract ID 25-0158, road widening secondary roads Borongan-Guiuan Road with section ID 00171 is aimed, kilometer limits, kilometer 1019 plus 00 to kilometer 1020 plus 845 to and kilometer 1022 plus 00 to kilometer 1022 plus 29 CV. Since there's none, let's proceed to the next contract. Contract ID 25-0159. Construction of multipurpose building, Barangay C, Borongan City, Eastern Samar.
For construction of multi-purpose building, hall, Barangay C, Borongan City, Eastern Samar. Project description is construction of multi-purpose building and other scope of works indicated therein as budgeted. Not included, roof beam and column along third floor, and painting, ceiling, railing, and roofing. Project appropriation is 5 million pesos only, and source of fund is FY 2025. And project duration is 122 calendar days. For scope of works, permits and clearances, 1 lump sum. Project billboard, 1 each. Occupational safety and health, 1 lump sum. Mobilization or demobilization, 1 lump sum. Geotechnical investigation, 10 linear meters. And for earthworks, removal of structure and obstruction, 1 lump sum. Structure excavation, common soil, 97.72 cubic meter. Embankment from structure excavation, 64.57 cubic meter. Embankment from barrow, 16.8 cubic meter. Gravel fill, 11.15 cubic meter. For plain and reinforced concrete works, structural concrete, 28 days, class A. 83.86 cubic meter. Reinforcing steel deformed with 40, 5,536.85 kilograms. For grade 60, 8,929.03 kilograms. Formworks and false works, 350.18 square meter. For masonry works, CHB, load bearing, including reinforcing steel, 100 mm thick, 108.77 square meter. CHB, load bearing, 150 mm thick, 198.8 square meter. For fabricated materials, finishing hardware, 1 lump sum. Aluminum frame glass door, swing type, 10.29 square meter. Aluminum frame glass door, 6.5 lump sum unit. 1 square meter niya, sir. Aluminum glass windows, 1 lump sum. Aluminum glass windows, awning type, 12.96 square meter. Frames, 1 set. Doors flush with 5.67 square meter. For finishing works, waterproofing, cement base, 55.7 square meter. Glazed tiles and trims, 47.74 square meter. Unglazed tiles, 85.8 square meter. Cement plaster finish, 800.46 square meter. For plumbing and sanitary works, sewer line works, 1 lump sum. Plumbing fixtures, 1 lump sum. Cold water lines, 1 lump sum. Septic bolt, 1 lump sum. For electrical works, fittings and accessories, 1 lump sum. Wires and wiring devices, 1 lump sum. Panel board with main and branch breakers, 1 lump sum. Lighting fixtures, 1 lump sum. That's all for 25 IB 01-159.
Okay. Regarding the item of aluminum glass windows. So, mag-issue na lang kita ang kuan, big bulletin. Kung asyahan to na advertise. Okay. So, any more remarks for contract ID number 25IB0159? If there's none, let's proceed to the next contract. Contract ID 25IB0160. Construction of multi-purpose building, medical arts building of Eastern Samar Provincial Hospital, Borongan City, Eastern Samar.
For project construction of multi-purpose building, medical arts building of Eastern Samar Provincial Hospital, ESPH, located in Eastern Samar Provincial Hospital, ESPH, Borongan City, Eastern Samar. Project description is construction of multi-purpose building on medical arts building of Eastern Samar Provincial Hospital, ESPH, in Borongan City, Eastern Samar, including 2 elevators, automatic fire sprinkler system, water pumping system, fire alarm system, and cement cluster not complete, and painting also is not complete. Another scope of work indicated here. Project operation is 50 million pesos only, and source of fund is 2025. Total project duration is 364 calendar days. For scope of works, project billboard, 1 each. Occupational safety and health, 1 lump sum. Mobilization or demobilization, 1 lump sum. For structural concrete, class A, 28 days, 432.43 cubic meter. For reinforcing steel deformed with 40, 29,610.11 kilograms. And grade 60 is 23,765.86 kilograms. For works and false works, 2,111.72 square meter. For masonry works, CHP load bearing, including reinforcing steel, 109 thick, 1,749.2 square meter. for CHP load bearing 150 mm thick, 8.05 square meter. Fabricated materials, we have finishing hardware, 1 lump sum. Steel doors and frames, 1 lump sum. Aluminum frame glass doors, swing type, 26.4 square meter. Aluminum glass windows, sliding type, 109.44 square meter. Aluminum glass windows, owning type, 170.87 square meter. PVC doors and frames, 31.05 square meter. Finishing works, we have ceiling on 6 mm marine plywood on metal frame, 1,345.63 square meter. And waterproofing, liquid base, 209 square meter. Built up and performed membrane, 593.93 square meter. Glazed tiles and trims, 313.5 square meter. Unglazed tiles, 1,042.14 square meter. For vinyl floor tile, 558.8 square meter. Cement plaster finish, 5,514.5 square meter. And reflective insulation, 203 square meter. Railing, 1 lump sum. Painting works for masonry or concrete, 3,837.55 square meter. Painting works for wood, 1,223.3 square meter. For roof framing and roofing works, fabricated metal roofing accessory, flashing, 68.8 linear meter. Fabricated metal roofing accessory, gutter, 31.8 linear meter. Preventive metal sheets, long span, red type, 203.10 square meter. Metal structural accessories, bolts and rods, 104 each. Turnbuckle, 20 each. Cross bracing, 95.33 kilograms. Steel plates, 183.69 kilograms. Structural steel trusses, 4,273.77 kilograms. Structural steel purlins, 1,574.3 kilograms. Plumbing or sanitary works, catch basins, 4 each. Sewer line works, 1 lump sum. Storm drains and downspout, 1 lump sum. Plumbing fixtures, 1 lump sum. Cold water lines, 1 lump sum. Electrical works, we have fittings and accessories, 1 lump sum. Wires and wiring devices, 1 lump sum. Panel board with main and branch breakers, 1 lump sum. Lighting fixtures and lamps, 1 lump sum. Reinforced concrete pedestal pole, 1 lump sum. For mechanical works, we have ventilating equipment, 1 lump sum. Water pumping system, 1 lump sum. Automatic fire sprinkler system, 1 lump sum. Service elevator, 1 lump sum. And last is fire alarm system, 1 lump sum. That's all for 25 IB 0160. Thank you.
Any remarks for contract ID 25IB0160, construction of multipurpose building, Medical Arts Building, Eastern Samar Provincial Hospital, ESPH, Borongan City, Eastern Samar. Okay, please now, let's proceed to the next contract. Contract ID 25IB0161, construction of flood control structures at Barangay San Vicente along Dolores River, Dolores, Eastern Samar.
Good morning. For contract ID 25IB0161, the project title is construction of flood control structures at Barangay San Vicente along Dolores River. Location is in Dolores, Eastern Samar. The appropriation is 50 million. Source of fund is gratuity 25. The description is a flood control project with 220 meters land, project length, and with 6 meters steel sheet Z type and other scope of work indicator herein based on plans. The total project duration is 218 calendar days and the target start date is upon approval. The total construction cost is 48,250,000 and the scope of work are as follows. For item number B.13, additional technical investigation, we have one lump sum. Item number B.5, project bill, we have two each. For item number B.7, occupational safety and health program, one lump sum. For B.9, mobilization and immobilization, we have one lump sum. For part B, plain and reinforced concrete, we have item number 4041A, reinforcing steel grade 40, quantity is 55,364.95 kilograms. For item number 4051A3, description structural concrete 20.68 megapascal, class A, 28 days. Quantity is 549.8 cubic meters. For item number 6111, trees furnishing and transplanting, quantity is 10,000 each. For item number 17011, unsuitable excavation, quantity is 660.52 cubic meters. For item number 17041B, embankment from Baro, quantity is 1,760 cubic meters. For part 1B, back and slope protection works, we have item number 17174B, furnace and driven of steel sheet pile, Z-type, quantity is 1,761.04 meters. Item number 17102A, grouted riprap, class A, quantity is 1,320 cubic meters. For item number 7151, geotextile, quantity is 1,100 square meters. And for minimum equipment requirements, we have one backhoe, one dump truck, one bar cutter, one bar bender, one cargo service truck, one concrete vibrator, one payloader, one vibrator roller, one motorized road grader, one plate compactor, one welding machine, one cutting outfit, one water truck, and one cargo service truck. That's all for contract ID 25IB0161.
Any remarks for contract ID 25IB0161, construction of flood control structures at Barangay San Vicente along Dolores River, Dolores, and Samar.
Hello, good. Di Plote Riprap. Nice. Digitid na hato pa.
Any more remarks? There being no more remarks, let's proceed to the last contract. Contract ID 25IB0162. Construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Hall, Barangay Alugan, San Policarpo, Eastern Samar.
Okay, for project construction of multi-purpose building, Barangay Hall, located at Barangay Alugan, San Policarpo, Eastern Samar, with project description of construction of multi-purpose building and other scope of works indicated herein. Project of operation, 5 million pesos only. Source of fund is FY 2025. And project duration is 222 calendar days. And for permits and clearances, one lump sum. Project billboard, one each. Occupational safety and health program, one lump sum. Mobilization or demobilization, one lump sum. Geotechnical investigation, 30 linear meters. And clearing and grabbing, one lump sum. Structural excavation, 68.72 cubic meters. Embankment from structural excavation, 54.57 cubic meter. Embankment from Baro, 42.84 cubic meter. Grabber field, 6.53 cubic meter. And for plain and reinforced concrete work, structural concrete plus 28 days, 58.14 cubic meter. Plain concrete, manual mixing, 5.99 cubic meter. Reinforcing steel deformed, grade 40, 4,650.51 kilograms. For grade 60, 5,305.62 kilograms. Formworks and false works, 285.06 square meter. Masonry works, CHB load bearing, including reinforcing steel, 100 mm thick, 35.96 square meter. For CSB load bearing, 150 mm thick, 124.10 square meter. Fabricated materials, finishing hardware, 1 lump sum, aluminum frame glass doors, swing type, 9.75 square meter. Aluminum glass windows, sliding type, 1.44 square meter. Frames, 1 set. Doors, wood panel, 1.89 square meter. Finishing works, ceiling, 4.5 mm fiber cement board on metal frame, 123.8 square meter. Glazed tiles and trims, 7.28 square meter. Unglazed tiles, 112.3 square meter. Cement plaster finish, 319.04 square meter. Reflective insulation, 130.24 square meter. Railing, 1 lump sum. For painting works, we have for painting works for masonry and for concrete, 562.52 square meter. Roof framing and roofing works, fascia board, 47 meters. Fabricated metal roofing accessory, flashing, 38 linear meter. Gutter, 9 linear meter. And pre-painted meter sheets long span corrugated type, 130.24 square meter. Structural steel trusses, 1,420.76 kilograms. Purlins, 414.54 kilograms. Turnbuckle, 8 each. Cross bracing, 46.41 kilograms. Steel plates, 99.26 kilograms. Bolts and rods, 14.2 kilograms. Sag rods, 14.79 kilograms. Catch plumbing or sanitary works, catch basin on CHB, 3 each. Sewer line works, 1 each. Storm drainage and downspout, 1 each. Plumbing fixtures, 1 each. One lump sum. Cold water lines, 1 lump sum. Septic tank, 1 lump sum. Electrical works, we have fitting and accessories, 1 lump sum. Wires and wiring devices, 1 lump sum. Panel board and main and branch breakers, 1 lump sum. Fixtures, lighting fixtures and lamps, 1 lump sum. Ventilating equipment, 1 lump sum. Solar LED and lights, concrete, class A, 1.46 cubic meter. Reinforcing steel, grade 40, 19.76 kilograms. Reinforcing steel, grade 60, 83.44 kilograms. And last is single arm solar LED roadway lighting, 8 meter pole, 60 watts to 80 to each. That's all for 25 IB 0162.
And remarks for contract ID 25 IB 0162, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Hall, Barangay Alugan, San Policarpo, Samar. And please now, let's proceed. Prospective bidders should be A, registered with and classified by the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or PICA. B, completion of a single largest completed contract or SLCC. Similar to the contract to bid at least costing at least 50% of the ABC. Unseen financial contracting capacity or an FCC at least equal to the ABC. Contractors or applicants who wish to participate in this bidding are encouraged to enroll in the DPWH Civil Works application at the DPWH Procurement Service, DPWH Building, Bonifacio Drive, Port Area, Manila. While those already enrolled shall keep their records current and updated. The contractor's eligibility to bid on the project will be determined using the DPWH contractor profile eligibility processing and subject to further post-qualification. Information on registration can be obtained from the procurement service during working weekdays from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. or at the DPWH website www.dpwh.gov.ph. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using non-discretionary pass or fair criterion as specified in the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of RA 9184. Otherwise known as the Government Procurement Reform Act. The contract shall be awarded to the lowest calculated responsive bidder who was determined as such during post-qualification. Interested bidders may obtain further information from the DPWH Samar District Engineering Office from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and inspect the bidding documents. A complete sheet of bidding documents will be acquired by interested bidders from DPWH DEO, and upon payment of applicable fee for the bidding documents, bidders can make payments for the purchase of the bidding documents at any DPWH field offices. It may also be downloaded free of charge from the website to the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System or PhilChips and the website of the procuring entity, provided that bidders shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents, not later than submission of their bids. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically or online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of an electronic bid are contained in the bid data sheet. Bids must be duly received by the Back Secretariat at DPWH/ESDEO. Deadline for manual submission or electronic submission at electronicbids_STENSAMAR at dpwh.gov.ph is on August 27, 2025 at 1:59 p.m. For infra ID number 25IB0119, 25IB0123, 25IB0147, 25IB0148, 25IB0149, 25IB0150, 25IB0151, 25IB0157, 25IB0158, 25IB0159, 25IB160, 25IB0161, and 25IB0162. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in ITB Clause 18. Bid opening for infrastructure shall be on August 27, 2025, immediately after the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. At the Conference Hall, Department of Public Works and Highway System Samar District Engineering Office, Barangay ng Alang, Borongan City, Eastern Samar. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend. Article 2, Section 27 of 2016 revised IRR of RA 9194 states that all bids shall be accompanied by a bid security, which shall serve as a guarantee that after receipt of notice of award, the winning bidder shall enter into contract with the procuring entity within the stipulated time and furnish the required performance security. The specific amount and allowable forms of bid security is prescribed in the IRR. The validity period of the security is 120 calendar days from the opening of bid. That the contractor must submit any financial contracting capacity at least equal to the ABC prior to the submission of bids. The eligibility requirements is stated under Section 23.1 of the IRR. That the bidding shall be conducted through open competitive bidding procedures using the non-discretionary pass or fail criterion as specified in the implementing rules and regulations of RA 9184. That the bidders shall submit their bids through their duly authorized liaison officers who are certified in the contractor's information. In purchasing bidding documents and submission or drafting of bids, contractor's representative not registered in the contractor's CRC shall submit a duly authorized official power of attorney stating therein the specific project to be bid and a valid ID for memorandum of music at the Lisa Argedinelia for support and services dated December 27, 2021. The bidder shall submit one original and one copy of the first technical and second financial components of its bid. That unsealed or unmarked bid envelopes will be rejected. Improperly sealed and marked envelopes will be accepted, provided that the bidder or his duly authorized representative shall acknowledge such condition of the bid as submitted. The three-strike policy will also be implemented. Project engineers should be accredited by the DPWH based on DO number 148 series of 2024. We encourage also our prospective bidders to conduct their site inspection in or that whatever problems encountered thereto will be resolved prior to the bidding. Prospective bidders are encouraged to read and refer the bid data sheet while preparing their bidding documents because this contains important information and requirements of the bidding documents. Prospective bidders are encouraged to follow the guidelines in the preparation of bidding documents for goods and infrastructure projects and the submission of the required forms to be included in the procurement of goods, infrastructure projects, and consulting services as per GPPB Resolution --16-2020. Please be reminded that clickbaits will not be accepted. The DPWH Eastern Samar District Engineering Office, Barangay Alang, Borongan City, Eastern Samar, reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 41 of RA 9184 and its IRR, without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. Any issues and concern? There being no issues and concern, yeah.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. Sir, clarification, sir, with regards to the site inspection, sir, you mentioned. Sir, do we need to like have like this certificate of site inspection when we visit the site?
Not anymore.
No need, sir.
No.
Okay, sir. So isn't it that's not included in the bidding documents or one submission?
No. Any more remarks? Any more issues? Since there is no more issues and concern, I declare that this briefing conference is adjourned. Thank you and good night.